I'm Angela and I work at the ideaLAB, a makerspace at the Denver Public Library. Welcome to Learn, Make, Share, a video series where we explore new things to make or try. Today we'll be learning to make two types of costume accessories, a mask and a set of arm bracers. These accessories can help you complete a look for a masquerade or party outfit, a cosplay of your favorite character, or original designs that you dream up. Follow along with this video to learn how to make customized pieces that reflect your personal style or a character you like. We'll be using downloadable patterns, but linked in the description below, we have instructions for designing your own custom pattern. Many costumes are made with fabric and sewing techniques, but today we'll learn how to make pieces from materials like paper, craft foam, or felt that don't require a needle and thread. You'll also learn tips for adjusting and customizing the pieces and some ideas for how to decorate and finish your accessories. As you watch the video, feel free to pause at places where you might want a little more time to practice a technique or adjust your pattern. Costume design is a great skill to help you express your creativity, learn about pattern design, and practice new maker techniques. Let's get started. To follow along with this video, you will need a printed pattern for the project you would like to make, something to make your project out of, like cardstock or posterboard, thin cardboard like a cereal box, craft foam, or felt or fabric. You'll also need a material for lacing the braces or attaching a tie for your mask. You can try yarn or string, shoelaces, ribbon, leather lacing, or elastic. To make a handheld mask, you'll need something for a handle. You can try a chopstick, a sturdy straw, a pencil, or a wooden dowel. You'll also want something to decorate with. Here are some options: stickers, embroidery thread, felt or foam shapes, rhinestones or jewels, crayons or markers, and paints. Some tools you will need are a pair of scissors, a pencil or pen. Use a white pencil for darker materials. Optional tools include a hole punch or hobby knife to cut holes, a measuring tape or ruler. You can also use string or paper to measure with, and some white glue or hot glue to attach decorations to your project. We provided a few basic mask shapes that you can print and customize to fit your style. There are 3 to choose from. Style A is a classic rounded mask, Style B has pointed edges, and Style C is a larger mask with more room to decorate. Choose the style you like best and cut it out. I'm going to try Style A. To make sure your mask has a proper fit, cut the mask shape out and hold it up to your face to check the placement of the eyes and nose. You can use a pencil to mark places where you may want to trim it, make it smaller, or create a custom shape. You can tape extra paper along the edges to make it larger or add custom features. To cut out the eyes, start with a small hole in the middle of the eye markings. Gradually cut it bigger and hold it up to your face every so often to check the placement and fit as you cut. If you would like to have a mask that uses ties or elastic, cut out the holes marked at the sides. If you'd like to make a mask on a stick that you can hold up to your face, you can skip this step. You can use scissors to cut the holes and a pencil to widen them. You can also use a hobby knife. I like to make an X across the hole marking and then use the end of the knife or a pencil to widen it. You can also use a hole punch for this step. Just make sure it's not too big or too close to the pattern's edge. After cutting out your pattern, trace it onto the material you would like to use as the base of your mask. If you're tracing on a dark material, you can use chalk or a light colored pencil to help mark it. Transfer the hole placement if you're making a mask with ties or elastic, then cut out your mask. After the mask shape is cut out, you can customize and decorate it. Here are some ideas to try. For paper or cardboard masks, try coloring with pencils or markers, painting it, or adding stickers. For foam masks, you can use glue to add embellishments like jewels or even layer pieces of foam for added details. Felt masks can be embroidered or decorated with 3D paint for even more style options. After decorating your mask, you can add ribbon, string, or other ties. To push your ties through the holes, you can use a needle or a bent paper clip to help you. Tie a knot to secure the ends. For elastic, measure a piece that fits around your head, thread through the holes, and tie knots to secure. To make a handheld mask, glue a stick onto the back of the mask. You can glue it at the side or down the middle. To help secure it, glue another layer over it or use a piece of sturdy tape. And now you have a finished mask to add to your costume. Here are a few examples that friends of the ideaLAB have made. Now let's try making a set of arm bracers. The pattern has 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. To measure your wrist, you can use some measuring tape. If you don't have measuring tape, you can use a piece of yarn or string, or even scrap paper. Wrap it around your wrist until it overlaps, cut, and now you have a measurement of your wrist to hold up against the pattern. Looks like I'm a medium, so that's what I'm going to cut out. The bracers are designed to have a gap in them that uses adjustable lacing, so the pattern doesn't have to be the exact size of your wrist. The next measurement, length, is also marked in the pattern with 2 end shapes, a curve or a point, at 3 inches long, 4 inches, and 5 inches. I'm going to place my arm against the pattern to see what length I like best. I like the 4-inch length for my arm. This pattern gives you lots of options to choose from. If you want a different shape for the end of your bracer, you can draw and cut it out now. Now that you have the shape of your pattern cut out, it's time to cut holes where the laces will go. The pattern has them marked for you. You can use a hole punch, scissors, or a hobby knife to make the holes. It's time to cut out the bracer from the material you've chosen. Trace the pattern twice on the material to make a set of 2 bracers. Don't forget to transfer the whole pattern. If you'd rather use Velcro or fabric straps instead of lacing, you can skip this step. Now we're ready to cut out the pieces. Don't forget to cut out the holes too. For paper projects, use a bit of tape on the back to reinforce it before you punch the holes. That will make it a little sturdier. Once your bracers are cut out, it's time to customize and decorate. For paper projects, try decorating with stickers, coloring with pencils, markers, or paint. For foam projects, adding another layer of foam in some places can create details like 3D edges. To glue pieces together, you can use hot glue or craft glue. You can also glue on embellishments. Make sure to test out your glue on a scrap piece of foam before trying it on your final project. You can attach decorative trim, additional cut shapes, or even add hand-stitched details. After decorating, it's time to install the lacing. Measure 2 pieces of lacing. For longer bracers, about 5 to 6 times the width of the bottom. For shorter bracers, about 4 times the width of the bottom. If you want to use elastic for your lacing, you can cut it to about 4 times the width of your bracer. If it's too long, you can always trim it down later. Starting at the wrist, thread the lacing through the holes, just like lacing up shoes. Keep the lacing loose for now to leave room to put your arm in. After lacing, try on your bracer and tighten the laces to your preferred fit. You may need a friend to help you. After adjusting, you can tie the ends in a bow or a knot and tuck the ends underneath the bracer or trim any excess. You can also use a lace lock. I'm going to put both the ends of my laces in this lace lock and tie a knot at the end. Then I can just slide to adjust the fit and tuck those ends in. If you're using elastic for your lacing, you can tie knots in the ends to help keep them from pulling through the holes when putting them on or taking them off. You can also skip laces and use Velcro or tie bits of ribbon at each hole to secure. Here are a few examples of finished bracers made by friends of the ideaLAB to help inspire your project. Thanks for making with me today and for being interested in learning more about costuming. I hope that you enjoyed creating these pieces and are inspired to try more ways to create your own accessories. If you want to learn more about costume construction, check out some of the resources linked below, including books on costuming from the Denver Public Library catalog. If you want to show off what you've made, you can tag us on social media with ideaLAB Makes. You can also join our Facebook group and check out our Instructables page for more cool things to try.